While some crypto legends, the price of Bitcoin absolutely exploded during the last 24 hours. I want to talk about in today's episode the higher time frame. There is a monthly candlestick here from April that I don't like one single bit. We're going to go through the daily time frame as well. I'm going to explain if there is going to be a daily close above this level, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday, then no doubt I would be expecting $67,000 to be taken. However, we are not out of the woods just yet, and I'll explain in today's episode. We'll be going through the local timeframes to talk about the most important levels of support to hold if we are going to get a pretty decent pullback in the next 1 to 2 days. And we're taking a look at the DXY that held very nicely the resistance highs from February and April, guys, closing that daily candlestick. So could we get a bounce here on the DXY for the next coming weeks? Because DXY is looking very, very bullish in my opinion. This is just a corrective move. And we know if we do have a bullish DXY, then obviously that is not too good for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. Guys, remember, I'm going to start doing copy trading very soon here on Bluffing. You got the link down below in the description, the second link, $80,000 worth of deposit bonus, okay? And if you sign up and you want to go and do copy trading with me, you just go here to the top left, click on copy trading, and then you just search here for Andy Bitcoin Sensors. I will be starting to do copy trading once we reach round about the 200. When we're just about almost near 200, I'll be starting to do some trading here on this account. Just going to let a few more people join in, and I'm going to do a video also explaining about the settings, okay, before we get started. Now, diving here through the price of Bitcoin, legends. Wow, this April candlestick, okay, that closed obviously 4 days ago is something that is not looking too great. This could be a tweezer candle, which is usually quite bearish, or an engulfing pattern, if you were to call it like that, engulfing candle. We do see the close getting beneath the open of March. And this is usually not too good. It actually closed here from the monthly highs of October and November of 2021. So it is definitely something to take into consideration. Now, usually these tweezer candles, okay, we cannot surpass the 50% Fibonacci to invalidate this. Supposedly, if we do get above halfway through, then we do have a high chance that the price could actually continue to the upside and claim those highs. Now, the 50% Fibonacci from this engulfing candle, if you wish, or tweezer candle is round about the $65,800. We're still quite far away from this candlestick. I've seen many of these candlesticks not play out very, very well. This is not a bullish candlestick, so we could see the price correcting a little bit more in the coming weeks, even though we got a huge bounce of $4,000 to $5,000 during the last couple of days, guys. We know that these candlesticks are not good. When you have a monthly candlestick, okay, surpassing the green candlestick, we're going to go multiple examples. This, of course, is in the bear market. You can see this monthly candlestick closing well below this one. You can see, okay, yeah, basically there's not really many here, but this is not usually very, very good, okay, for the price of Bitcoin. With the monthly chart, we don't have many examples here in the green. Obviously in the bull market, right, you got this massive engulfing candle right there from the monthly close of December of 2022, and obviously that is bullish, right? You get continuation to the upside, and if you have a bearish one right there, you get the movement to the downside. Now, this is very, very disturbing, especially when we are at the all-time highs of 2021. You can see this is just not looking too great. You're closing beneath these monthly candles, and you're closing beneath the monthly candle from March, okay? And this is classic. You get that monthly going up there and then coming to the downside. Something that we need to pay attention, guys. I think a lot of people are flipping bullish right away here, and I'm just a little bit cautious. I'm more of a day trader. I am shorting and I am longing. Okay, I get into these nice little, small little day trades following the trend. I try and get into some short positions as well, in and out, if we do create those double tops. All right, so overall, I am longing and shorting here. Even though it's a bull market or a bear market, I look for the ranges, I follow the trend, all right? So overall, if I do think that on higher time frames, there is something very disturbing, no doubt, with this candlestick on the monthly. The DXY is also very disturbing, which I'm going to explain at the very end, okay? We are maintaining support and higher low support structure as well. So it's just something to be a little bit cautious about. Now, yes, I know Bitcoin is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin will go up forever. Just something that we need to be a little bit cautious about in the next coming weeks. Going through the daily time frame, guys, don't get me wrong here. The price has got a beautiful bounce and could continue to the upside in the coming days. Now, what I want to see here, right, when we do take a look at daily levels, right, I've got a few daily levels here that I want to talk about. And these ones basically, right, there's also some daily levels here that we have not been tapped, which are very far away from us. But more locally, this daily level that we are hitting right now, that is also getting the rejection with that monthly naked point of control. Why monthly naked point of control? Well, when we go to the monthly time frame and we take a look at the volume profile only from April, we are hitting that high volume node, right? If we zoom in here, hopefully you are going to see that high volume node that we have from April, okay, is where we are hitting, which is at $64,000. We did manage to get above it a few $100s, but it is resistance, right? It is resistance. We're getting a little bit of that reaction here on the lower time frames. Going back to the daily time frame, guys, I want to explain here what would be a sign of strength, okay? When we take a look also at lower high resistance, right, we're going to get a magnet here with the ray, with this high, and the next lower highs right there. You can see how we popped above the lower high resistance trend line. But if we close this daily beneath it, we might get the next daily tomorrow, Sunday, and attempt to break it. And I would be willing to get into a short position on a swing failure pattern. This could definitely still be resistance. You're forming still the lower highs, hitting lower high resistance. But I would need to see that next push up to claim those highs, because it's a classic move that happens, right? You have that daily, okay, you get one more push to the upside, and then you get the movement to the downside, right? The next day, you can get that move, boom, wick to the highs, and then you're going to start moving to the downside. So overall, trying to see if we do manage to test these highs of today, and then speculate in a possible short only if we test the highs of today and reject from them. And that is the moment that I would speculate that we could get a corrective move in the coming days. Of course, this is higher time frame scenarios. If tomorrow's Sunday, right, or maybe we correct a little bit in between today and tomorrow, maybe Sunday or Monday, we close a very strong candlestick, daily candlestick here above, okay, all of these daily lower highs. This daily lower high here that was created on the 29th and the 30th of April, this is going to be bullish. This right there, daily candle close above this last lower high daily close, is going to be bullish, and we will likely follow through here. There's going to be a lot of good long trades here, okay, on basically for day trading and scalp longing, all right, using volume strategy, looking for those pullbacks at some certain Fibonacci levels or the high resistance with high volume, right, basically volume strategy. There's going to be a lot of opportunities here to long, all right, in the day, and also scalp till you hit these highs right over here. Now these highs, no doubt, it is the strongest resistance zone that we do have from this range. Why? Because it is the point of control. This is going to be a zone where it's a make it or break it. All right. We need that daily candle close above these daily candle closes. The moment you close that daily above these ones, that is going to be looking pretty good, guys. I would expect continuation to the upside, you know, to the valley area high or to these highs, or basically all-time high, right? This could get very, very powerful as soon as we close that daily candle above the point of control of the range, and also these daily candle closes from the 22nd, 23rd of April. All right, so it's all about shifting the trend here on the daily. On the daily, it's still lower high resistance. On the daily, we need to close daily candlesticks above lower high resistance, above these dailies right there, lower highs. And that will be the moment that I would say, okay, guys, this is looking pretty good. You're especially also closing above the monthly naked point of control, which is very close to the daily. It's at $64,000, and that daily is at 63,000, sorry, got too many levels here, 63,800. Okay, so closing a daily above this zone, no doubt I'm going to say, okay, this does look pretty good for continuation to the upside. There'll be many opportunities for longs if we do get that confirmation. What else do we have here on the daily? Not much on the daily, just to say that we're still at resistance. It does look pretty good because, you could arguably discuss, okay, we are above the value area low of the trading zone, not by too much. Okay, this could still end up in a pretty nasty rejection just by a little bit. I wouldn't say that this is a successful reclaim of the value area low, just as we're still at resistance, monthly naked point of control, daily level. We need a daily close above this zone. I wouldn't say it's a powerful reclaim of the value area low of the zone. So hey guys, this is why we're getting the reaction at this zone. You can see the cluster here of confluence. So just something to pay attention. We close the daily above, then we're looking for that continuation to the upside. Let's zoom in on the lower time frame, such as the 1 hourly time frame. So yeah, here looks pretty good. You can see, oh yeah, we are above that lower high resistance. It's not a huge breakout. When you get to a lower high resistance, okay, breakout, you want to see a big move. You want to see the move actually, seeing some power. Then you would say, okay, this does look pretty good for price to actually continue to the upside. But we kind of bit of choppiness here. And the main reason why is because we're hitting that huge amount of resistance. Let's just get this trend line out of the way 1 second and zoom in a little bit to talk about the most important levels of support. Okay, so we know what would be a bullish confirmation for this trend to continue. It's been very powerful. I would expect a pullback, to be honest. I wouldn't expect here during Saturday, Sunday to actually follow through, even though if it does, then game on. We're probably going to see here the $67,000 being hit, but we need that daily candle close. Okay, if tomorrow starts getting punchy and we get high volume and we get the follow through, I would be expecting also possibly the 67,000 to be taken. Let's zoom in on the lower time frames, okay, such as the 15-minute time frame. What would be the strongest level of support looking at the lower time frame if we were going to get that pullback? So far, we are maintaining a really nice uptrend channel. I did get into some scalping setups. I'm still in a small scalp here, day trade from Bybit here, basically just getting into this higher low support level. It was as simple as just following the trend, guys, because I know a lot of people want to speculate on the highs. I like to speculate where the highs are going to be, always with double tops. Okay, I did manage to get into a couple of them. A couple of them played out. Some of them got stopped out at a minor loss. But overall, explaining here this quick little long setup, just in a nutshell, it was just an easy, higher low support. Hang on a second, the magnet, higher low support right there. Okay, as you can see here, from an ascending channel, right, from today, in between, basically yesterday and today. We've got a nice little uptrend, and we're just sitting at the support right now. And of course, as we're hitting higher time frame resistance zone, I wouldn't speculate right now in a movement up, because we have reached this level. As we did not reach the daily level or the monthly naked point of control, this still looked pretty nice for the price to actually get one more leg up. Right now, it is on the verge of actually breaking down the channel, so we could get that corrective move. We're hitting higher time frame resistance, so for me, longing at this point is not really an option, as it's higher time frame resistance. What is the strongest level of support? Well, we're going to talk about that right away. Let's talk about the level that needs to hold in between today and tomorrow if we're going to get that pullback. Taking a look at the session volume profile, what is disturbing here is that naked point of control from yesterday. Naked point of control needs to hold pretty nicely, but not only because it's a naked point of control, it's because it's also the 50% Fibonacci, okay, from this pump. So let's put that as a naked point of control right there. When we do take a look at the pivot low from yesterday's pump, all right, which is right over here, to the highs, we got 50% Fibonacci, which is at the naked point of control, previous day point of control. If we do fall there in between today and tomorrow, we want to maintain this higher low support trend line with the naked point of control, okay, from yesterday and the 50% Fibonacci to speculate that this possibly is wave 1 right over here, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and we're going to get one more push to the upside to see if we do manage to get an explosive fifth wave here and actually continue to the upside. This level needs to hold, right? 50% naked point of control. You could see a little bit of choppy volatility. You could get beneath the lows of this consolidation. That is acceptable. There is actually a possible quick swing failure pattern from these local lows. I would say it's kind of acceptable, a little bit risky. If the price moves fast to the downside, you need that recovery above this low. It is a speculative long position, right? The faster the move down, for me, the better. I would take it as a swing failure pattern, not as a catching a falling knife. you need to hit the lows right there, and the price in action needs to get above it. As soon as it gets above, right, you're speculating on that long with a tight stop loss beneath the low to see if you do get that recovery above the point of control, 50% Fibonacci, right? And then following here, the uptrend momentum to see if you can hit those highs in the next couple of days. This corrective move might, possibly can happen in the next 24 hours, all right? Something to pay attention here, guys. It's not guaranteed. We might just move up here, test the highs of today. Like I said, I would be looking for a speculation for a swing failure pattern here as it's failing to close that daily candlestick above that daily level. I think it's very speculative short position, at least to this area of 50% Fibonacci, higher low support, right? It just needs a little bit of corrective move, and that's the only way I would speculate on a possible next short, right? I'm not really speculating here with this strong uptrend to jump into a short right now where we at. Just a little bit of a few levels here, guys, a little bit of pure technical analysis, some setups, some levels here that could actually bounce or rejection if we close that daily candle above the daily level and the monthly naked point of control and above the lower high resistance trend line here on the daily. Yeah, we can speculate that, yeah, this is looking pretty good, and we are going to hit that next lower high, right, where we have the point of control, and this is going to be the make it or break it zone. If we close the daily beneath above this level, then it's rocket time here to potentially hit all-time highs even, right? Let's take a look at the DXY, something to be concerned on the DXY. We've got a major pullback on the DXY here. Just, yesterday we got the major drop, and we did get a pretty nice recovery bounce, okay? Closing the daily candles above the highs here from February and also from April. This is definitely a sign of strength, in my opinion. It's a corrective move from this move down. Let's see how the next couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, does develop here, because this could actually maintain as support. If we are going to consolidate Monday and Tuesday, this ain't going to be looking too great. This could see a higher low right there and get a bounce, and I would just be very, very concerned over the price of Bitcoin continuing to the upside if we see the DXY popping, okay? Look at March over here. What happened in March? Obviously, the price of Bitcoin topped out, and we're starting to see this corrective move. What has happened here during the last few days, of course, with this drop, we've seen a very nice recovery on Bitcoin. So if we do get that bounce here on the DXY, in the next coming days, if we consolidate here, I would be ready for another pullback on Bitcoin. If we start breaking through here and close the daily candle on Monday beneath these highs, it will be looking quite good for the DXY to actually continue to the downside. We'll be taking a look at this here next week, no doubt, and we'll be analyzing the situation to see if Bitcoin can continue to the upside or can continue to the downside, right? Depending on what the DXY is doing. Guys, thank you very much for joining today's episode. Make sure to destroy that like button. Check out my Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on that platform, guys, and I will see you in the next one.